Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ernie Cruz, and you are watching Tonight Show with Ernie. We have a very special guest. In light of the Scottish referendum in September of 2014, where they denied independence, our crew went to unknown lengths and pulled a time machine to break the barrier of time and space to bring you the interview of the century. Has anyone seen the movie Braveheart after Mel Gibson? It's a great movie about this legendary Scottish hero who was actually born in Scottish Lowland around 1270s in the medieval period. He led the Scottish resistance against English rule, but he was betrayed by his own men and handed to the English. He was executed in London by one of the most brutal executions of all time. He was hanged, disemboweled, beheaded, and quartered. He remained dead until just now, where we have revived him by modern technology. We managed to bring him to this interview. People, it's my honor to welcome Sir Wallace after his nearly 1,000 years of death. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. William Wallace.
Thank you. Thank you, especially.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Well, thank you.
So, Mr. Wallace, how are you feeling?
I thank you for asking. I'm feeling pretty darn good in this century, and I am glad I am back here. I feel the smell of freedom in the air, and it's a darn good smell, I tell ya.
So we actually showed you in the movie Braveheart, which is about your life. The problem about the movie was there were a little historic facts about your life. So we asked, is the movie accurate?
In most ways it is, but I understand that Gibson had to change some things to make the movie more cinematic, he told me. And by the way, movies are an awesome thing. If that would have been in the medieval period, that would be awesome. But we, the Scots, stopped using blue paint on our faces. We only did that to scare off the Romans across the Islands Wall. And in the Battle of Stirling, which is a pretty big in the movie, we actually had a bridge, and that bridge was narrow as hell. So we just killed the bloody Englishmen as they were coming over. And if we did not have the bridge like in the movie, we would have lost so bad. I mean, did you see the size of that British army? I was like, William, what the have you done now?
Where in Scotland are you from?
I was born near Paisley in Scotland, of course, and it's a beautiful small town in the Scottish Lowlands, and it's just amazing. The grass is greener than the green itself, and the hills are as beautiful as every woman put together in the British Islands.
Did you live a normal Scottish life?
I'd say that. I watched my father die when I was young, and then my wife and kids were brutally murdered, and then I was hanged, disemboweled and quartered. But yeah, that's pretty much how it was to be a Scot in these times, eh?
Did you have any close friends, something?
Most of my friends died in the Great Battle of Stirling, where we had the bridge. But some made it out, and one of those friends came back and sold me to the hands of the English. A pretty nice fellow, I tell you.
Yeah, and I heard that you were married.
I was married to a beautiful lass, one named Marion Bainfoot. She had the greatest personalities in the whole of the British Isles.
Now, after you died, Scotland became free for a while, but reunified with England in 1707.
A damn shame that is.
What are your thoughts on that?
Let me tell you, my dear friend Ernie, and to all my sisters and brothers in Scotland, every man dies, but not every man truly lives. That is a privilege. I was hanged, disemboweled, beheaded and quartered, but never did I shed a single tear. But if that day comes when me and an army of Scotsmen will be victorious in the hills of Scotland against these bloody Englishmen, that will be the day that I will shed a single tear of Scotland.
Oh, we might forgotten to tell you that Scotland formally rejected independence in a national referendum in September last year.
So, what you're telling me is that me, along with my friends and a bunch of other Scottishmen, died so Scotland 1,000 years later could hold a national referendum on this matter. Damn Scots! They ruined Scotland!
Oh, alright. Thank you everyone for joining us. Tomorrow, Sunday, at 7 p.m., we will discuss with Jesus and ask him if his Father exists.